ladies, welcome to 3 o'clock coffee, your daily pick-me-up from God's Word. Whether you're at home changing diapers or you're at work feeling like your boss needs them, let's get a dose to encourage ourselves, stay on course, and finish out our day strong. Let's take a drink. Are you ready? So I'm sure all of the mothers are with me on this. You've heard the phrase, but why? But why, Mom? I was the worst kid. My mom would tell me no, and the next thing out of my mouth was, but why? Just tell me why. Because I knew if she'd tell me why, I had a great argument of how I could convince her that she was wrong and I was right, and I really could spend the night at Susie Q's house that night and it wouldn't mess up anything. How many of you have heard this or have done this just like me? Well, the Israelites were kind of like this too. God was trying to get them to the promises, but they just kept asking, but why? Complaining and nagging. Actually, in Numbers 21, 4-5, it said, then they journeyed from Mount Hor by the way of the Red Sea to go around the land of Edom, and the soul of the people became very discouraged on the way. Their way was to go straight through, but somebody told them no, and they had to go around. Well, we know from this story that God was trying to get them to a promised land, but He wasn't taking them the way they wanted to go because they kept on complaining. They stayed in the wilderness for 40 years. Well, guess what? God doesn't want you to be in the wilderness for 40 years. He wants to get you to the promises. So if we won't complain, if we won't keep going, but why, God? Why? Why can't I just do it the way that I wanted to do it? And actually listen to God and say, you know what, God, this may not be the way I wanted to go, but I trust you because you're faithful and I know you're going to get me to that expected end. And don't let complaining cut off the promised land in our lives. So instead of acting like a tween and asking God, but why? Let's exalt Him, trust Him, and let Him make the way for us so we can get to the place that He's wanting us to be. Whatever you're going through today, know that God's for you, and you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you.